Good evening. This is Warrior Empowerment Hour, Mr. Too Easy, right here on WRGG 93.7 FM. We are GA. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. So, I have a quick few reads right before we get started. So, we have Shalom Open House at Shalom Academy, Christian Academy. Invite you to the 34-acre campus and discover what their accredited pre-K through 12th grade program offers you. Tour by Zoom online for a virtual open house March 15th or April 19th. Registration is required. So please call 717-375-2223 or you can visit them at www.shalomca.com/visit. So that's SHALOOMCA.com. Shalom Christian Academy is located at 126 South Island Road, just off Route 11, north of Marion, PA. Okay, so we also have AARP tax assistance. Seniors in Franklin County can get income tax assistance up to 3 locations: in McConnellsburg at the American Legion, Post 561, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Waynesboro and Greencastle may get assistance at the Shady Grove Community Center from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the Chambersburg Recreation Center on South 3rd Street for those from Chambersburg. Appointments are required by calling 717-263-5479 or 717-778-4227 or 240-232-5574, or you can visit them on the website at www.aarpfoundation.org/tax-aid, and that's aid ended in AIDE. Okay, then we have Food Pantry. Greencastle Atrium Food Pantry will be distributing food on the first Thursday evening of the month beginning at 6:30 p.m. as well as the second and third Wednesday morning from 9 a.m. to noon. Next distribution is Thursday, March 4th from 6 p.m. to 9, Wednesday, March 10th from 9 a.m. to noon, and Wednesday, March 17th from 9 a.m. to noon. If you're experiencing food insecurity beforehand, please call 717-597-8331, extension 2, or email gafoodpantry@gmail.com. If you'd like to donate food, please call or email the food pantry. An arrangement can be made. Monetary donation payable to Greencastle Atrium Food Pantry can be mailed to GA Food Pantry, care of Greencastle Presbyterian Church, 57 West Baltimore Street, Greencastle, PA 17225. The GA Food Pantry and WRGG involved in your community. So then we also have Franklin County United Way Food Drive. The annual Franklin County United Way Food Drive is underway, but this year is virtual, meaning the organization is taking monetary donations online at uwfcpa.org. The United Way can buy more food at a lower cost because they can buy in bulk, so your donations go further if you buy and drop off. Again, if you would like to donate, for more information, log on to www.uwfcpa.org. The money is raised will be distributed to all over dozens of food pantries here in Franklin County and Fulton County areas. So here we go. Classmate for a Cause Golf Tournament. It is time to register for the 3rd annual Classmate for a Cause Golf Tournament sponsored by Greencastle Atrium Class of 1978. This year's proceeds will go to the local Heart Association in memory of all classmates who were affected by heart disease. The tournament is scheduled for Saturday, May 22nd, and the cost is $80 per person. Sponsors for the tournament are also needed. For more information or a registration form, contact Candy Moen at CAN7961 at yahoo.com. Let's see, we got here. Senator Judy Ward, as a convenience to her constituents in the 30th District, Senator Judy Ward has resumed has resumed her constituent outreach hours in Greencastle and Mercersburg. Greencastle Borough Building, third Tuesday each month from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mercersburg Borough Building, the second Tuesday of each month, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Grace Bethlehem Church of Christ at 128 East Baltimore Street is starting up its free first Saturday community lunch again this Saturday, March 6th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. They will have a grab-and-go lunch bag that includes manwich steamers on Kaiser Road, applesauce, chips, brownie, and a bottle of water. Everyone is welcome and donations are greatly accepted. And finally, Battle of the Bands, AMVETS Post 224, located at 750 Fifth Avenue in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, is hosting Freedom Ring Battle of the Bands on Saturday, June 26th. This fundraiser concert is to raise awareness and funding for food insecurities across our communities. Band entry fee is $50, and to enjoy the show is $20. There will be food, door prizes, raffles, and more. It's all happening on June 26th at Chambersburg, AMVETS Post 224. And that completes our nonprofit reads. So guys, thank you for tuning in. This is WRGG 93.7 FM. You tuned into Warrior Empowerment Hour with me, Mr. Too Easy, where I talk about my service, my 16 years of service in the Army, as I talk about combat PTSD, TBI, survivor's guilt, suicide, and all the elements that come with being a combat veteran. Now, I don't speak for all veterans, but hopefully something I say can give some little highlight on why your veteran may be doing some of the things they do, and then you can also get them some help if they so far need it. So, as you guys know, I'm here every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. on Warrior Empowerment Hour, and it's just wonderful. So, of course, we also like to give a wonderful shout out to the tribute truck Blackout. He will be traveling, I believe, next weekend down to Florida. So this tribute truck to all of our current and fallen soldiers of all of our military branches is now traveling all across our wonderful United States, and it is wonderful. So you can definitely follow Blackout at www.blackoutinc.org. Or you can also put in Blackout on Google, and you can pull up their Facebook page, and you can also follow them that way. And you can also hashtag when you see them. So it is a wonderful thing. Chuck Timberg is doing a wonderful thing with that truck, and he has a lot of followers that assist him with keeping the truck upkept with fuel, tires, maintenance. So definitely, when you can donate to them as well. I do know last year, 2020, towards the end of the summer, they did donate an entire tractor-trailer truck of toiletries and snacks to the Martinsburg VA Center. So that was very wonderful what they're doing. So they're out there and they're doing their support for our fallen and also for our current military, to know that they're not forgotten, and and to show their love. So it is wonderful. He is leaving Wednesday. Okay, so he is leaving on Wednesday. Okay, great. So guys, they have started it's a Where's Blackout hashtag. So if you on the highway and you see blackout, hashtag Where's Blackout, or hashtag I see blackout, or hashtag blackout POWMIA. And that way, you see it. Now, if you're driving, don't stop driving and take the picture. Remember, you gotta drive safe. No texting and driving, hands free. But if you're a passenger, you can take a picture. If you see him on 81, 70, 95, whatever highway he's on, whatever road he's on, boom, take that picture, hashtag and put your location, and that way we can start the buzz on Where's Blackout, and we can see him travel from north to south, east to west. So it's going to be wonderful. Definitely, it's going to be a great thing. So we support all the nonprofits out there. We support everything that's positive. So this is a wonderful thing, and this is a positive thing to see how it started 10 years ago. It was just local to Martinsburg, West Virginia, and then it went to Hagerstown. Now it's in Pennsylvania. Now it's going to Florida. He's going all over. So definitely follow Blackout, and he's doing wonderful things. So definitely, and everyone that other people that have tribute vehicles as well. You have Agent Orange. You have Blue Havoc. You have Heroes Remembered. There's a lot of vehicles that follow along with Blackout. A lot of motorcycle clubs or motorcycle organizations. Definitely shout out to all of them that contribute and give out and do the escort stuff. So the Patriot Guard, all those guys. I don't know all the motorcycle associations, but you guys know who you are. Thank you. Definitely doing this trying time that we have, and now it's 2021. And it's a new year, and we're doing new and better things all over this wonderful country. So definitely, people, please stay positive, and please contribute where you can. I've read all these food drives. There's a lot of food insecurities, and we have to band together and help one another out. And that's how I've been since the beginning of time. Check on your neighbors, see how they're doing. See if they need anything. It's funny that you see some of the movies, and you got your neighbor. You got your neighbor knocking on the door and say, "Hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar?" So hey, whether it's a cup of sugar, whether it's an egg, whether it's some bread, whatever it may be, make sure we stay connected with our neighbors. Make sure you stay safe. So we definitely got to love one another, continue to love one another, continue to pay it forward, and continue to be human. And I understand that we're from all different walks of life. And one thing I've learned by being in the military for 16 years and traveling to a lot of countries, that we all care for one another, no matter what our background is, no matter what your views are. We all care for one another, and let's get back to that. Not to say we got too far away from it, but let's just get back to that, and it's awesome. So today's topic is going to be about giving. And I'll share some of my stories. As I was on active duty, doing the giving and active duty. Looking after your battle buddies and stuff like that. So when I got to my first duty station, our sergeant major, had us in formation, and he told us each time, we get paid, we put $10 into the hat. Okay, so this $10, and granted, this is a unit that's about 250 people deep. So $10 each time you get paid on the 1st and the 15th goes in this hat. So it basically was a can, one of those Folgers red coffee cans. And every time you get paid, hey, he has his door open, you walk down, you see that can, you put that $10 in there. Now, what did that $10 cover? Let me tell you, because I joined the Army when I was 17, okay? So, of course, as me being 17, I did a lot of dumb stuff, okay? I can only speak on me. I don't know about other 17-year-olds, but me, I did a lot of dumb stuff, okay? So, basically, the $10 in the can was for multiple things. First thing, if you're out on the weekend and you get your weekends free and you get arrested, guess what? Don't call the first sergeant. Call the CQ person. The CQ person to come bail you out. If that first sergeant get the call, believe you me, you will hate the day that he had to come down and bail you out. Now, of course, I haven't been arrested doing that, but that's what it was for. That's one purpose it was for. The next purpose was for just in case a person in the unit, their spouse or their girlfriend was having a baby. Okay, so we take the can, and with half the money that's in there, we go out and buy Pampers, formula, bottles, baby blankets, onesies, all that stuff to make sure that soldier is taken care of. To make sure that spouse isn't worried about a bunch of stuff. So the unit did that. Okay, so that's one way we care for one another. It's just what we did. Okay, so another purpose is for that. At the end of the winter time, when it came to spring, we totaled up the money. First sergeant says, "Okay, we're going to choose a day, and we're going to have a family cookout." And of course, we worked hard that Friday morning. That afternoon, we had a family cookout, and that Saturday, we continued on with the family cookout, and it was wonderful. So it was just multiple things. That $10 every pay period went a long way. Now, granted, a lot of people in our unit, I would say, out of 250 people, maybe one person was arrested, but they wasn't arrested with any bail. They just did something stupid. The CQ called one of the sergeants to go pick him up, and that was it. So then he had a whole bunch of extra duty when we got back to the unit. But other than that, it was used just basically for people in the unit, and that just showed, more togetherness. That showed how, no soldier, no Marine, no airman, no Navyman, no Coast Guardman, and of course now we have Space Force is left behind. Each unit did something different, but it was similar to that to make sure that if there was a hardship, that they were taken care of by the unit. And of course, the units had, the spouses that when we was deployed, they had the little meetings with our admin and stuff like that to make sure we all, all those soldiers were safe, their spouses was okay, stuff like that. So the monies went to just multiple things, if there was a birthday and they had a young child, we pitched in and got a toy or something like that, so it was multiple things. It was wonderful, and that's one thing, that I do miss. And but now, being a civilian, I still do stuff like that. I still stay connected to most of my battle buddies, and the ones that's local, even if we didn't serve and they told me they're a veteran, I make sure if I have a little extra, I kind of throw them their way, or just give them some nice advice and stuff like that. So it's definitely wonderful, and we must continue to do that. Continue to do that, no matter who you are. It is a different kind of camaraderie when you're in the military, but you know what? I've worked in places like Mantech, like Lockheed Martin, ITT. You still have some kind of camaraderie. If it was a bunch of mechanics together, or a bunch of programmers together, or site supervisors, you still have some kind of camaraderie. But it's not just the same. But you still have it. So let's continue to reach out to one another, continue to love and uplift one another. And it's sad when you see some people just focus on a lot of negativity, and we have to be positive. We have to. I can only hope that people are positive, and sometimes you have those days. Everyone has a bad day. Everyone has a bad day, but it all depends on how you control that, because you may not control other people, but you control yourself, and I've learned that. And that just brings me to a story that was just recent, a couple weeks. This story's about a couple weeks old. So let me tell you something. Me, I don't like foolishness. I have a small tolerance for foolishness. So me and the wife we was out visiting some friends, and we was coming home. So we're driving down 81. I was like, oh look, it says the Subway is open 24 hours. Boom, we see it on the sign, right? It's at one of the big gas stations. I don't know the name of the gas station. It really doesn't make a difference. So we go in there. Now, I go in there, and people know I'm a no-masker, but I wear a mask. If I'm asked to wear a mask, I'll put a mask on if I'm asked to wear a mask. So it's no problem. I usually have one in my pocket. So I go in there. No one says anything, no problem. So me and my wife is in there, and I said, I'm hungry for a sandwich. So I go over to the Subway, and I can see all the food, like the meat, the cheeses, the lettuce, the tomatoes, all that stuff all out, okay? I see the oven is still on. So I'm thinking they're open. So my mouth is watering. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get me a large steak and cheese, get all the stuff on there, boom. So the lady comes over. So I'm standing there, and she just looks at me, and she's still cleaning and stuff. I'm like, okay. So then she finally turns around. She goes, oh, can I help you? I said, yeah. I said, can I get a large, a tiger nerves and cheese? She said, oh, we're closed. So I paused for a minute. I'm thinking, well, I see all this food in here. I see the oven is still on, and the only thing you're doing is sweeping. So I said, okay. So my wife was getting something to drink, So she comes over, she's ordered yet? I said, no. I said, they're closed. So she goes, oh, okay. She says, well, do you still want these drinks? I go, no. So now I'm a little perturbed. I'm like, I have my mouth all ready, boom. I'm thinking I'm going to get me a nice steak and cheese on a tiger nerve cheese, get it toasted. And I'm thinking, so she was like, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, let's go right home, I was eating me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's not that serious. So as I'm getting in the car, I'm laughing, and she's like, what's so funny? I said, if she would have just said, you know what, sir, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I really don't feel like making your sandwich. I said, I'd have felt a lot better. I said, but if I see the food still out at 1 o'clock and the big green sign that's on 81 says the gas station, and then it says Subway 24 hours, in my mind, you're open at 1 a.m., and then I see all the food. So, she was like, babe, it's not that serious. So I'm laughing. I'm just getting in the car, and we're rolling out. And so I'm like, I still can't believe she did that. And she's like, let it go. And it was just so funny. And I'm like, oh, my God. So then, we went to one place, And this was, I think this was in Maryland. This might have been in the Maryland area. It's either Maryland or Pierce, right around the Mason-Dixon, one of those stops. So we stopped in the place, and they didn't say it was 24 hours, so I just went in there, and I was going to get me, like, order one of them sandwiches or whatever. So one of the guys, because I was like, you know what, let me get to this little touchscreen. So the guy was like, excuse me, you about to order something? I said, yeah. He says, dude, he says, look, I'm tired. I've been working 14 hours. He said, if you can get one that's pre-made, I said, he said, I greatly appreciate it. He said, I'm not going to lie to you. He says, I just want to sit down and just get me some rest. And I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I can do that. I said, I appreciate your honesty. I greatly appreciate your honesty. So, you know, I got my little thing out, the little burner thing, and, you know, paid for it and everything. And it was just awesome to see, you know, for me. I can't speak for anyone else. When someone is just that open and honest, I can take it a lot better. You know, but, you know, every circumstance is different because, you know, I don't know, maybe they was closed at Subway and she just didn't get around to taking the food out. But if I see all the food in there, right under that glass, you know, boom, my mouth was watering. But that's just, you know, it's just one of them things. But that's just one of my little ticks, but it's okay. But at that point, it was pretty cool, and I got over it. But it was just funny on how, you know, you go to different places, and everyone is different. Every single person is different. And it's just wonderful when you see a person that's being truly honest. Because you really can't be mad at someone being honest. At least I can't. You know, because I worked like that before. It's like, you know what, I just need a break. And it's like, as soon as it's time to get a break, someone walks in and you're like, dang, go on. Whew. And it's like, hey, if you're honest, hey. And I told him, I said, man, I said, hope you get some rest. And I said, be safe, bro. And, you know, I got my little sandwich, paid for it at the counter, and kept it moving. But it was pretty awesome. So with that, I'm going to play a little song. You know, because the last thing I wrote was Battle of the Bands. So, you know what? I heard they was having, what's her name? Cassidy Daniels, a country singer out there that's going to be the main performer. And so I found one of her songs called Backbone. So here's a little history on Cassidy Daniels. Her dad did 24 years as Special Forces. So she's a product of a veteran. And he's still living. So she's been dedicating her music to veterans and our veterans, our active duty, and, you know, to the fallen. So here's a song called Backbone. Oh man, that was wonderful. So you just now tuning in, let me tell you something. You just missed a wonderful song by Cassidy Daniels called Backbone. That was the first time you're hearing the song. It was just great. And for those who's following me on my social media that's live, you know what? I get animated